Hey everyone, welcome back. You know I love a good DIY project. And lately I've been thinking about, well, building a shed.
Ah, yeah, sheds.
But the thing is, I've never built anything like that before.
Understandable. It can seem like a lot, especially when you start thinking about all the planning and the tools and all that.
Exactly. So that's why I'm really excited about this deep dive. We're looking at my shed plans.
By Ryan Henderson.
Yeah, he's got this whole system, and it seems pretty promising. We've got a review from someone who actually used the plans, plus some stuff from their website, even a YouTube review that throws in some warnings. So, can my shed plans really deliver? That's what we're going to try to figure out.
And something really interesting about it right off the bat. The sheer number of plans they offer.
How many are we talking here?
Over 12,000 shed plans.
Wow. Okay, so that's like every kind of shed you could imagine.
Pretty much. Like whether you want something small for gardening or a full-on workshop or even something totally unique, chances are they've got a plan for it.
Okay, but 12,000 plans, that's overwhelming. How do you even choose?
Well, they've thought of that. They've got the plans organized by size, style, what you're going to use it for.
Oh, that makes sense. You can search for specific features too. Like, say, I want a gambrel roof or whatever.
Exactly. You can search by roof type, foundation style, even how many windows you want.
So it's almost like shopping for a shed online.
Kind of, yeah.
That takes away some of the stress for sure. But what about the plans themselves? Are they like those super complicated blueprints?
Not at all.
Because I'm no architect.
You don't have to be. The guy behind my shed plans, Ryan Henderson, he's a professional craftsman.
Oh, okay.
And he's really all about making this easy for anyone.
See, woodworking always seemed intimidating to me. Could someone like me, with zero experience, actually build a shed with these plans?
Honestly, that's exactly who they're designed for. Think of it like building with Legos.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, but for adults, obviously. Every step is broken down. They have simple instructions, clear diagrams, even 3D CAD drawings.
3D drawings, so you can actually see what you're building.
Yep. No more guessing or trying to decipher complicated plans.
That's actually really cool. But wouldn't all that detail make it take even longer to build?
Funny thing is, it's actually the opposite. Having clear instructions helps you avoid mistakes.
Oh, right. So you don't waste time redoing stuff.
Exactly. That can really speed things up.
Makes sense. So say I find a plan I like. What else do I get besides the instructions?
Well, you also get complete material lists.
Oh, that's important.
Right. It's a lifesaver for budgeting because you know exactly what you need and how much it'll cost before you even go to the store.
Okay, that would definitely stop me from just wandering around Home Depot aimlessly.
Uh-huh, exactly.
But speaking of materials, what if I need something specific for the shed design?
My shed plans thought of that too. They have a "we have it or we'll get it" guarantee.
What does that mean?
So if you need a particular type of wood or hardware for your plan, they'll help you find suppliers.
So I don't have to become a lumber expert overnight.
Nope. It's all about making this achievable.
Okay, I'm starting to see why people like these plans, but let's hear from someone who's actually used them. We have this review from Vernon Brown. He built his very first shed using my shed plans.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and he had to deal with some tricky stuff. His backyard's got this uneven ground, so the foundation was a challenge.
Yeah, that can be tough. I'm curious how he handled that.
Well, it turns out my shed plans had him covered. The plans actually walked him through using deck blocks to make a stable foundation.
Oh, clever. So even on uneven ground, you can get a good foundation.
That's what he said. Something he wouldn't have known how to do on his own.
See, that's the beauty of having well-designed plans. They anticipate these kinds of problems and give you the solutions.
Right, you don't have to be an expert to get it right.
Exactly. And that can make all the difference in feeling confident about taking on a project like this.
Okay, so he figured out the foundation. But what about, the rest of it? Framing, roofing, building a door that's got to be hard.
Right, you'd think so. But Vernon, he said the instructions made it all surprisingly doable.
Really? Even for a beginner?
Yeah, he even said building the door, which he was dreading, that turned out to be easy because of the clear instructions.
Wow, that's awesome. You go from feeling intimidated to actually feeling like you can do it.
That's it, exactly. And that sense of accomplishment you get when you build something yourself, there's nothing like it.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Right.
you're not just adding a shed, you're learning real skills.
You got it.
Okay, but let's be real. There's always going to be times when things go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like you make a mistake or just can't figure something out.
Oh, for sure. Happens to everyone, especially when you're new at something.
So what happens then?
Well, My Shed Plans, they've got your back. They've got a big FAQ section on their website.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, and they even offer email support. Like, if you need specific help,
So you're not just chilled on your own if you run into a problem.
nope. It's like having a virtual expert right there with you.
See, that's the kind of thing that makes me more likely to actually finish a project.
Definitely takes the stress out of it.
Speaking of stress, something I'm a little worried about. I watched a YouTube review, and the guy warned about fake websites selling, like, knockoff My Shed plans.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch out for that kind of thing.
How do I avoid that?
The main thing is make sure you're buying from the official My Shed Plans website.
Okay, we'll definitely put the link in the show notes.
Yeah, good idea.
But besides that, any other red flags to watch out for?
Definitely. Like, watch out for prices that seem way too low. If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
That's good advice in general, I think.
Right. And also, just pay attention to the website itself. If it looks kind of shady or has bad grammar, that's a warning sign.
So basically, use common sense.
Exactly. And remember, My Shed Plans has a money-back guarantee.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, 60 days. So you can try it out risk-free.
That does make me feel better. It shows they stand behind their product.
For sure.
Okay, so the plans seem easy to use. But did Vernon mention anything about the designs themselves? Are they all just basic sheds?
Nope, not at all. Remember we talked about how many plans there are? 12,000.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing.
Well, that means tons of different styles, too.
Like what?
You've got your classic gable roof sheds, modern lean-tos, even barns, cute garden sheds, really anything you can think of.
So I can actually pick a design that fits my style, not just settle for something boring.
Exactly. And if you have something really specific in mind,
So,
they've got you covered.
Right.
They have this thing called a Magic Modifications worksheet.
what's that?
It lets you customize the size of any plan. Like, you can adjust the length, width, height.
So even if I have a weird shaped yard, I can make it work?
You got it. And if for some reason you can't find a plan that works,
There's more.
they have the "we have it or we'll get it" guarantee. So you can request a completely custom plan.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Right. They really have thought of everything.
Okay, so we've covered the plans, the customization. But what about, like, challenges during the actual building? Anything we should watch out for?
Well, building always has its challenges. But the good thing is, My Shed Plans helps you anticipate a lot of them.
Give me an example.
Sure. One common mistake is people not making a level foundation. That can lead to big problems later on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But My Shed Plans gives you really detailed instructions on how to get the foundation right, whether you're using concrete, gravel, whatever.
So it's like they're not just giving you the steps, they're teaching you good building practices.
Exactly, which is what makes this so valuable, I think.
Yeah, I agree. You're learning as you go.
Exactly.
Okay, so foundations are super important. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
But are there, like, other common mistakes people make?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Another big one is framing the walls and roof wrong.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds important.
It is. If you don't do it right, you end up with a weak structure. Could get damaged by wind or leaks.
That would be a nightmare after all that work.
Exactly. But don't worry, My Shed Plans takes care of this too. They give you really clear instructions on how to frame everything properly.
So I can be sure I'm building a solid shed.
Absolutely.
Right.
And another thing that helps with that, they use 3D CAD drawings for all their plans.
Remind me what's so special about that.
Well, it means all the measurements are super precise, no guesswork.
Oh, right. So you don't end up with pieces that don't fit together.
Exactly. Plus, it's like you have a virtual blueprint. You can rotate it, look at it from all angles.
Yeah, that's way easier than trying to read a flat blueprint.
For sure.
Okay, I'm sold on the 3D drawings.
Yeah.
Anything else makes building easier?
Actually, yeah. Each plan has these used for labels on each piece of lumber.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so you know exactly what each piece is for. No more staring at a pile of wood for weeks wondering what to do with it.
That is genius. Seriously. I can totally picture myself doing that.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay, so you're not just getting the plans, you're getting all this extra guidance. Makes it way less stressful.
That's the whole idea. And you can really tell that Ryan, the guy who created My Shed Plans, he's passionate about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He wants to make sure people can actually build their dream sheds.
I love that. It's not just about selling a product, it's about empowering people.
Exactly. Right. And it's not just Ryan who thinks so. They have tons of testimonials on their website.
Oh, cool. From people who actually built their sheds.
Yep. People with all levels of experience saying how easy it was to follow the plans and how proud they are of their sheds.
That's really inspiring. It's like proof that it works.
It is. It really shows how My Shed Plans can help people transform their backyards and feel that sense of accomplishment.
It feels like more than just plans. It's almost like a community.
You're right, it kind of is.
People helping each other build their dreams.
Yeah. And, in the end, that's what makes My Shed Plan so special. It's not just about the finished shed.
It's about the journey of building it.
Exactly. It's about learning, being creative, and feeling proud of what you create.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'm finally ready to build my shed.
Awesome. I'm excited for you. And hey, don't forget, we'll have all the links in the show notes, the official website, tips on avoiding scams, all that good stuff.
Perfect. Well, that's it for our deep dive into my shed plans. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe you'll be building your own dream shed soon.
Until next time, happy building, everyone.
Take care.